Today is October 1st. You know what that means? That means it's my third LPversary today. 3 years already. Where has the time gone? Anyway, as a gift for you on this fine day, I'm going to be taking on one of the most difficult parts of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Kimono Girl Gauntlet and U-Turn. Didn't do a whole lot. Just goes to show how hefty Umbreon's defenses are. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! It's gonna be spamming Confuse Ray all day, is it not? Oh well, I'm not gonna take the chance to take confusion damage. I'm gonna have Crobat come out instead and take whatever attack Umbreon wants to do to it, which turns out to be Dark Pulse. 22 damage, even with Stab, it didn't do too much. So yeah, if Umbreon is bulky, it can't attack worth peanuts. So, still didn't manage to get the kill with 2 U-turns. God. Anyway, let's try Entei again. Probably gonna get confused again. Yep, what did I tell you? So I'm just going to repeat the same thing over and over, just having to have Crobat take those Dark Pulses since they're honestly not doing a whole lot, and kill it with one final U-turn. By the way, fun little fact, this Gauntlet, you take the evolutions on in reverse order of their Pokedex order. I don't know if it's intentional or not. Probably not. I think it's probably just a coincidence, though the odds of that are fairly slim. So yeah, 1 down, 4 more to go. Umbreon was probably the bulkiest of them all, especially since I didn't have many means of attacking it for super effective damage. And this is the one that we helped in the Ilex Forest because she was lost. If you remember, it was all the way back near the beginning of this LP, and apparently she saw me defeat Team Rocket at the Slowpoke well. Well, that's weird because I definitely don't remember seeing her back then, but anyway, Kimono Girl number 2. She's going to use Espeon, yep, I remembered that correctly. So let's do U-turn again, should be super effective, and do a lot more damage than on Umbreon because Espeon is mostly disposable when it comes to its defenses. So, I'm going to go with Entei because, well, I could go with Gengar, but then this would happen. It would get killed by Psychic. How much damage is it going to do to Entei? 70? It did 70 damage to Entei? And I have to take another one because, of course, Espeon is blazing fast. And 17 HP left after 2 Psychics. Remember what I said about Gengar dying if I send it out there? It would have died twice over! God! Wow, and this is really what they mean when they say the Kimono Girls are one of the hardest parts in the game, because we're not only dealing with high-level evolutions, but they actually have pretty damn good movesets. So the third one is the one that we encounter right here at the dance theater when that Rocket Grunt was harassing her. So, yeah, I still wonder... Oh, no, I remember that the old guy said that the Kimono Girls only fight when they really need to, and a Team Rocket Grunt harassing her wasn't cause enough to fight. So, what is she doing fighting me, then? Oh, yeah, she wants to see if I'm worthy of encountering Lugia. Anyway, Flareon, obviously the weak link of the evolutions, always has been, and probably always will be. So yeah, Lapras is going to be able to take care of that. I mean, fire hits for neutral against it, but it's not even going to try that. It's just going to burn me. Not that it matters much because, well, I do take some residual damage, but I only have Body Slam as a physical attack anyway, so Surf should be enough to kill it. There we go. So yeah, it didn't take much damage with Lapras. It's sort of a shame that I can't resort to Entei anymore. I probably would have used it, actually, and used Dig on Flareon if Entei wasn't in such bad shape. Okay, next one. Where did we encounter her? I believe it was... Oh, yeah, it was at it was in the ice pad. The one who goes into the ice with freaking sandals. Brilliant idea. Her evolution, as I said earlier, is, of course, Jolteon, and apparently she's been listening in when I passed the test at the Dragon's Den. Wow, those girls are peeping Toms, or peeping Janes, or whatever. I don't know what the expression would be in that case. Anyway, Jolteon, gonna use U-turn once again, and yeah, this time it's normally effective. I'm gonna go with Gengar for this one. Guess I could go with Raikou, but Gengar has got a fast Shadow Ball with Stab that is guaranteed to take it out anyway. Raikou probably could take it on from a half health, but wow, that Thunderbolt did a lot, 50 damage, and I have to take another one because Jolteon's a lot faster. It's the fastest out of all the evolutions. So, yeah, that should be it for Jolteon. I still can't believe how badly that Espeon trounced me. It's been the talk of the town lately in competitive play, but that's another story for another day. I'm not going to start talking about it right now, because we still have one Kimono Girl left, the one with Vaporeon. So, we encountered her at the Goldenrod Tunnel. Don't know why I'm fighting her after the one I encountered in the Ice Path, since the one in the Ice Path was the one that I encountered last, but oh well, does it really matter? Well, let's show our strength to her then. So, Vaporeon, I'm going to be using Lapras for this one. I'm using, of course, Crobat to bait, probably a stabbed attack or maybe Ice Beam, but Lapras can take both attacks very easily, and even Water Absorb if it decides to use a Water move, which will heal the burn damage from the previous time I sent it out. But otherwise, just spamming Thunderbolt should be more than enough to kill it. I love when I get Water Absorb to activate. I figure that maybe it was going to try and use a stab moves. Though, doesn't it have Ice Beam? I thought it would probably go for Ice Beam since Crobat's a flying type, but I guess not. I guess now it can only resort to using Quick Attack, which makes me wonder what its two other moves are. I haven't checked Bulbagarden before coming on here, and oh, it was probably going to go for Ice Beam now since there was no priority, and I don't think a Kimono Girl of all things would trigger Water Absorb intentionally like those Seadraws did back at the last gym. So, we have now defeated all 5 of the Kimono Girls, which means the last requirement for meeting Lugia is now fulfilled. The Tile Bell. This is the second item that's required to encounter Lugia, the other one being the Silver Wing, and this little girl who's apparently the 6th Kimono Girl for some reason, because she called them big sisters. I don't really get it, but no matter. I could go to the Whirl Islands right now, but there's still a few more preparations that I would like to do right now. First, I'm going to head to Blackthorn for a few reasons, mostly because today is Saturday and we're going to meet the last day sibling, Santos, in Blackthorn. But first I'm going to heal really quickly, and after that, you know what, I should check first what kind of healing items I have, because I expect to go through a lot of healing. Reason being that Lugia has extrasensory, stab, 30 PP, ouch, since both of my sleepers are poison types. So I'm going to need to be healing a lot in case Hypnosis misses. So I got this. Okay. Very good. We got max potions of the ass. Okay. 3 max revives. How many regular revives do I have? 6. Well, I'm not going to bother buying any because if I go through all 6 revives, then it's probably my cue to restart anyway. So, let's look for Santos. Is that him? No, it isn't. I think it's supposed to be in this area of the city, though. I don't see anything, so I guess not. Maybe over by the exit of the Ice Path. Maybe. Let's take a look real quick. No, it doesn't look like it. Come on, where is he? The computer is set to Saturday, right? I really hope it is. Oh, there he is! At least I think that's Santos. So I gotta go all the way around, and there we go. What's the item that he gives to me? Man of a few words, anyway. Take this, and we get the soft sand, which improves ground-type moves by 20%. So, now that our errands are done in Blackthorn, I'm gonna head to Olivine, because I want to go to the Moo Moo Farm to buy some Moo Moo Milk. Because Moo Moo Milks are the most cost-effective healing item in the game, especially at this point of the game where none of my Pokemon have 200 HP left. I don't think Lapras has reached that point either. So, yeah, I'm gonna buy some Moo Moo Milks because, as I said, I'm gonna need a variety of healing items to heal off the damage from those extra sensories. And I don't know if Lugia's just gonna keep spamming extra sensory or if it's just gonna be stupid and pull moves out of a hat or something, but I'm really not looking forward to taking those extra sensories. Aeroblast is a concern too, but not quite as much because it's not super effective on anything on my team, I think. So, now that I have bought a dozen Moo Moo Milks, it wasn't an option, by the way, in Gold, Silver, Crystal, buying a dozen Moo Moo Milks all at once. But yeah, now that that's done, we can head off to the Whirl Islands to fight Lugia. I put Entei in the lead because it's still lagging behind in levels, despite all the fighting I made it do lately. But yeah, it's becoming longer and longer to acquire a level at this stage of the game. But yeah, to get to Lugia, you have to go to the upper right island. Any other won't do. You really have to go to the upper right island. I'll show you the way to Lugia. It's not very complicated, especially if you know where to go, which I actually do. And I don't even need a map this time around for this. Something that I wanted to talk about, though. I've gotten a few comments lately asking what I did with my Bayleaf and why I ditched it and stuff. And the answer is obvious. I always answer the same thing, because it sucks. But it seems like in some circles, it's almost sacrilegious to ditch your starters. I mean, sure, it's the one that you start out with, and as such, it's supposed to have some sort of emotional bond. That and most starters are perfectly usable in-game, but in this game, I just don't think any of them deserve a team slot, which obviously is why I don't use any of them. Otherwise, if I think one of them was worthy of a team slot, then I would have started with it instead of starting with a guy that I ditch partway through. But yeah, a surprising amount of people seem to be totally against ditching the starter, no matter how badly it sucks. And the irony is that this kind of discussion happens in a generation where anyone who cares about having a strong team will ditch their starter very early on, because all of them are soundly outclassed by other Pokemon of the same types. Whether we're talking about Lilligant, Sawsbuck, Darmanitan, Chandelure, Jellicent. Oh, lots of choices for those three types, and there's simply no way that the starters can manage to keep up with them. And in fact, I've seen quite a few people with teams that have like 5 top-tier Pokemon, the kind of thing you'd see me use, and then they have their starter on top of that, which is a clear weak link no matter what. So, yeah, I sort of find it funny every time I see it. It's like, if you really want a strong team, get rid of your damn starter. Okay, the Whirlpool is right there. I was wondering where it was. I was wondering if maybe I missed it, but apparently that wasn't the case. So, next time on Pokemon Soul Silver, we're going to head down to the Whirl Islands one last time. And we're going to be catching Lugia, the final member of my team.